It's finally here, Half-Life Alyx, the most anticipated VR game of all time. In this video, I will be going over the gameplay of Half-Life Alyx and give my honest opinion on it. Please keep in mind, however, that I will not be spoiling anything about the game, so if you're still interested in playing the game after watching my video, don't worry about it, buddy. Except I will of course be talking about the general story of it. Also keep in mind that I will be spoiling stuff about the older Half-Life games, to give this video some context. I highly recommend you guys playing Half-Life 2 and Half-Life Episode 2 before playing Half-Life Alyx, or at least watch the summary of it about him. So yeah, let's just talk about Alyx. It was 6 PM and Half-Life Alyx had just released. The hype was through the roof, pogs flying left and right. Eventually the game had downloaded and I booted it up for the first time.
Oh my god.
The title screen looks awesome, dude. A huge plus for the player on the first time boot. The detail on the title screen was awesome and it definitely set up an expectation for the game. Even though it may or may not look too exciting on your monitor, viewing this in VR is on another level. Next up is the introduction.
This is nuts.
And here we are, the first chapter of Half-Life Alyx. Looking over your balcony, you can see the extreme level of detail in this game. Everything from the buildings to the people walking around. Some fans was disappointed that Half-Life Alyx didn't start on a train like all the older Half-Life games. But when you look around City 17, you quickly forget about that. Anyways, this concludes my initial reactions to the game. So let's talk about Alyx's gameplay. What truly makes a good VR game in my opinion is how well the player can interact with the environment. Half-Life Alyx lets you interact with almost everything in a level, everything from picking stuff up and throwing it, to the tiniest of details.
Hello! Hello!
But even though this system may be great and all, I still think Boneworks have a better interactive environment than Alyx's. Mostly because the levels in Boneworks are built around the player's interactive abilities. But don't get me wrong, it's still super fun breaking stuff in Alyx, and what I find unique with Half-Life Alyx than other games is that Alyx has an amazing audio interactive ability. All objects have unique sounds and it really adds to the immersion of the game. In comparison to Boneworks, it moves me to the next topic, fighting. Fighting in Half-Life Alyx was both unique and in my opinion slightly disappointing. What I personally really liked with Boneworks is that you could pick up almost anything from the ground and use it as a weapon. In Half-Life Alyx, however, you can only use guns to kill enemies, which wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't for the hassle of finding ammo in this game. It's really time consuming and barely rewarding. I get it, alright? Valve focused more on the horror aspect of the game, making people use their ammo wisely. I would definitely personally come back for another playthrough if Valve added somewhat of an infinite ammo mode. Something, however, that I found really cool in Half-Life Alyx is how realistically the enemy combine was working. They really did their best of not dying to you. The AI in this game, even though some of them are not too fair, are really some of the next generation game stuff. So even though the fighting wasn't as exciting as what people thought back in 2004, the rest of the game environment compensated for it. Talking about stuff that isn't too fair leads me to my next topic: puzzles. Puzzles are a huge part of Half-Life Alyx, ranging all from minigames to straight up chapters of it. Personally, minigames wasn't too much fun, except for the ball one. That one was pretty cool. The minigames just felt boring sometimes. It may or may not just be me, but there's this one puzzle that's called the Orbit puzzle. This one absolutely sucks. It's too repetitive and was straight up just a waste of time.
Puzzles. There's like some really fun shooting parts in this. Oh, god damn it.
What was more fun though, however, was the puzzles throughout the chapters. The ones where you had to find a fuse to continue. There's this one puzzle of which I'm only going to refer as Jeff to you. This puzzle will leave you absolutely terrified. I had never ever experienced a similar VR experience before like this puzzle. The only way to really understand it is to actually play the game yourself. Even though it's absolutely terrifying, this puzzle is honestly one of the best parts of Alyx, because it stands out so much. Puzzles are what leads you forward in this game, and even though some of them may feel boring and repetitive, I really did enjoy most of it. Now when I've spoken about the key gameplay parts of Alyx, I will discuss the plot. Heads up, spoiler alert for the older Half-Life games. Half-Life Alyx takes part 5 years prior to CS-17's destruction and Alyx's dad's death. The story of Half-Life Alyx starts off with Eli Vance being captured by the Combines. Your mission is now to save your dad. By the help of Eli's partner Russell, who will be with you every step of the way, will now try to save your dad with you. Throughout your journey, you find out that the Combines also has a secret powerful weapon of which Alyx has to find and also has to retrieve. Now that is the plot at its basics, but is it really good? Yes, in my opinion it's actually great. The communication between Alyx and Russell gives comfort to the player and it helps you understand the game's story throughout the game. The story builds up well and it leads to an amazing ending of which you would not be able to predict. In my opinion, Valve was successful in making the player look forward to a future Half-Life game. Half-Life 3 confirmed? Half-Life 3 confirmed. So that's the story summarized. Now to round up the game itself. Half-Life Alyx is an amazing game. Responding quickly to the critique, yes. It does suck that if you don't have a VR headset, nor a computer with up-to-date components, like an i5 or anything above 1060, leaving you unable to run the game. But this game wouldn't be as great as it is if it wasn't VR only. Just looking at any chapter of this game, you can tell that the detail is up to par with any high-end video game, if not above. So how would I rate this game? I really don't have a rating system, but if I did, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. To be honest, the game itself has its flaws and maybe it doesn't deserve the top of the top reviews, but then again, honestly, the fact that Valve took the leap of faith to release a Half-Life game with this much effort cannot go unappreciated. Valve has had it rough with the recent releases. Take Artifact for an example. Leaving the Half-Life community waiting for well above a decade to release a game takes balls. So much on the line. Therefore, Half-Life Alyx in its entirety deserves the top of the top reviews. The release of Alyx has given many fans comfort knowing that Valve has not forgotten about their beloved franchise, and I really hope to see more content soon. And now before I end this video, I just like to have some off-script talk. To start off with, if you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching my video, I really appreciate it. And to everybody who came here from watching my Rust review, I just like to thank you guys for being here for my Rust review. To give you guys a big thank you for the support in that video as well. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to make more content in the future. So if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe. And if you have your own opinions on Alyx, just leave it in the comments. I'll see if I respond to you or not. Once again, thank you for watching my video, and I hope you guys have a good day.